Well folks, welcome back to the channel. This is my 1998 Toyota Tacoma four-wheel drive truck camper. If you're new here, got well, half the camp set up. We've got one more buddy joining us on this side, but I'll go ahead and, for the newcomers here, do a little walk around of the truck camper setup, because if you guys can tell, we have something new to talk about. So a few years ago, my dad and I built out this wooden truck camper setup here in the back of the Tacoma. And again, just for anyone new here, I want to show you around. So on this side, I have a large pull-out kitchen drawer, which holds just all the kitchen stuff: stove, pans, coffee stuff, propane for the stove. We got things like salt, pepper, seasoning, olive oil, you know, all the things. To the left of the drawer, I have this cubby which runs the whole length of the truck bed. It's a 6-foot truck bed, so I can do things like fit a fishing rod in there, no dividers. Obviously, we've got the bed top up here. I did start out the whole build with building the wooden floor, which just allowed me to basically screw everything, like the drawer, everything else, into the floor and have a nice sturdy, basically a sturdy bed and a sturdy build. Here we have, well, a new fridge, which I'm going to break out here soon and show you guys in depth, but BougeRV sent us out a new fridge to review. I'm going to go ahead and save that for about dinner time, and we'll do a whole walk around on this thing, show you guys the ins and outs. But this is basically what it looks like inside the truck. Closer look at the inside of the shell. I've just got a fan running just to keep me a little bit cooler. It's about 90 degrees out, so it's lovely. I've got these little puck lights, which just are magnetic puck lights held up to the top of the camper shell. It's got a couple sliding windows for ventilation. It's got the rear slider, which is basically how I clip that fan onto it. I've got the mattress set up mid-bed just so I don't have to do it later. But that's about it. Oh, and then I have a little cubby in the back underneath the bed that's basically behind this drawer here that allows me to store all the bedding, the mattress, all that stuff when it's not in use. So the plan now is to pop a squat, enjoy this beverage, and enjoy this lakefront campsite until my buddy Evan gets here. And I almost forgot, for all you foodies out there, we're doing chicken tacos tonight. I'm also gonna make up some homemade guacamole, which should be excellent. It's one of my favorite things to cook. Or I guess you don't really cook it, but you chop things up and you put it in a bowl and mix it together and mash it, and it's one of my favorites. So I'll see you guys as soon as Evan gets here. Now that we've done a breakdown of my camper setup as well as Evan's new 10 camper setup, we're gonna go swimming, and then we're gonna come back, take a closer look at this fridge, and do a little bit of cooking. Catch you guys in a minute. Tonight, guys, this is going to be the first episode of what I'm going to call Cooking with Gas. And it's going to be brought to you by this beautiful, absolutely beautiful camping fridge by BougeRV. This is going to be their Rocky 40. It's a 40-liter dual-zone fridge freezer, and it's the first time I've really been out here using it. And I'm really excited because it's got everything that we're going to need to cook tonight's dinner, which is going to be basically street chicken tacos. But first, we're going to cook up our own homemade guac. So, Evan, you ready, dude?
Yeah, let's do it.
By the way, this is my boy Evan. Are you beverage popped?
I am.
Cheers, friend.
Cheers, man.
Let's make some guacamole. Also, just a little feature of this BougeRV fridge is it's all stainless on the outside, so it can do cool things like hold my beer with the magnetic strip. Absolutely love it. We're going to need...
It's the best thing I've ever seen for camping.
I would agree. We're going to need an onion. Right. Do you mind?
Yeah.
We're going to need a lime, un jalapeno. I've got some garlic in here as well. Toss that over there. And we've got 1, 2, and I already had to break in.
How many people do you gonna think you're judging the way I'm trying to cut this onion right now?
Oh, dude, it's fine. Do your thing, bro. Let me just run over the ingredients. We've got onion, we've got avocado, we've got garlic, we've got a jalapeno, we've got a lime, some fresh cilantro. Why do they call this, what is it, Chinese lettuce?
I've heard that before.
Dude, I don't know if I'm getting that right. Put it in the comments what this is called, but I've always called it cilantro. All right, so we're going to do that. I think that's going to be everything we need to get rolling. So Evan's already, I didn't even have to ask. He's already on the works with that onion.
Something like that. Something like that. I do need a knife, though.
Yeah, no, I'm setting you up here with a cutting board. I'm going to get you a knife. I'll get you the big daddy of all knives.
Yeah, the butcher.
And while you're over there cutting that, I'm going to go ahead and just chop up this jalapeno, get it ready. So we're just going to dice that up real nice. You know,
We've got to be
perfect.
We've got to be really careful about our trash tonight because, you know, the raccoons here are really bad.
Oh, guys, the last time we were camping, we had
a party.
Yeah, some nuisance raccoons would maybe be the best word. Weren't scared of anything. We had a full-on enclosed bug tent, and all of a sudden we're sitting by the fire and I hear like some rustling.
Opened the cooler and took the food out of the cooler.
Little rascals, man. Little street rats. So we're just going to chop up some jalapenos. I like it. Do you boys like it spicy?
Sure. Yeah.
And we're not going to go
little bit, nothing crazy.
All right. We're not going to go too fine with the chop there. We'll just leave it as is.
I finally have the onion prepared.
Thank you, sir. Except you got to cut it first.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to drop that there. So while Evan's chopping up that onion, one thing I want to show you guys is the dual zone fridge is also a freezer. It's got a divider in it, which I haven't totally figured out. It's pretty cool technology, but as soon as I lift this out, this screen jumps to single zone. And then as soon as I drop it back in, it automatically detects that it's set up for dual zone.
That's really awesome.
It is, right? Yeah. So you can have, we've got half a bag of pizza rolls. We already dug into them a little bit. But things like this, you want to keep frozen. So you can have one side as a freezer, the other side is a fridge, or you can just rocket both fridge, or you can take this out entirely and treat it as one unit, whether it's fridge or freezer. It is pretty freaking awesome, man. What sold me on this fridge is probably the stainless outside. I think it is just...
It looks rugged.
It looks rugged, man, and it's...
But still, super modern.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with you. Let's get a bowl rocking here to get our ingredients into. Please don't chop my hand.
Haha.
So put the jalapeno in there. Oh, you're good?
Right, I did chop a little bit too much onions, but...
Hey, actually, let's save some of those for the tacos.
There you go. Yes.
Always thinking with my dipstick.
Yeah.
That is
I
the
wonder if they can
brightest.
see this right now.
I hope the camera picks up that boat, because it is... Are they even fishing?
I've never seen anything like it.
They
have LED headlights all around the boat. They're orange.
If you guys are caught up on my videos, I just installed those pod lights on the front of the truck. That is what it looks like in all four directions off that boat. I think we'll save the rest for
the tacos.
Tacos, yes, sir.
Agreed.
Dude, what do you think of this campsite so far?
It's a great site, man. That was one of the best sunsets I've seen in a long time.
I tell
it's
people,
a great spot.
Tennessee sunsets are forced to beckon.
They are.
Forced to reckon with.
That's right.
So we're going to just get our guac in there. Our avocado. It's not quite guac yet.
It will be very soon.
It shall be. You mind disposing of that guy for me?
It's going to be so good. It's going to be great.
I honestly got these avocados way long ago than I care to admit. So we're just going to hope for the best.
They look perfectly ripe to me, so I think it's going to be good guac.
Oh, we're good.
Look at that.
We're good. Give it the old sketchy knife hit.
Yes. I'm not good with the garlic. I use the, garlic and vinegar or whatever.
Oh, you're not
out of a jar.
Fresh garlic kind of guy?
No, I am. I never get it cutting garlic.
Cheat code for all the garlic cutters out there. You get your clove, right? Maybe a little bit of flake on it still. You take the knife and you just crush it down. Give it one little smack and it breaks all that off for you. Makes it real easy to peel. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah.
Guys.
So we're going to do...
I've heard about this.
Yeah? Now you know. Because that is, my friends, cooking with gas. When I'm making guacamole, I like to cut up the garlic, or mince, excuse me, is probably the right term. I like to mince the garlic, and instead of putting the salt right into it, I usually put the thank you, man. I'm dropping stuff. Those raccoons are freaking menaces. So
they might get to see one. Who knows?
That would be.
They were out very early and almost came up to let us pet them.
I promise they're not paid actors. If they show up, it's all natural.
They do have fingers.
They do have fingers, and they might have thumbs, dude. They might have.
They opened our fridge.
People are worried about AI. I'm worried about raccoons. We mince our garlic, we take our salt, and instead of pouring it right into the guacamole, and if any of you guys are fans of the Action Bronson.
Off the top of a f***ing building. Dagger. So, now you have minced garlic.
He has a cooking show, or at least he did back in the day. And he is the gentleman that taught me everything I know about guacamole. So we're just going to put a little bit of salt right on the garlic, kind of mix it up, and toss that in the guac. This is going to be just dirty, freaking, not dirty, it's not actually dirty. Quick and dirty camping guac.
Quick and dirty camping guac.
There you go. Would you mind tossing a bit of cayenne on there?
Sure.
I'm going to get this lime sliced in half. Yes, sir. And then that little guy right there is my grandfather's homemade chili powder. Be easy with it.
Okay.
So it's got some kick.
It's got some kick.
Last but not least, a little bit of lime. I would just mash that up. And I think we're going to put this back in the Rocky 40 BougeRV fridge, which, by the way, folks, I'm going to throw up a promo code for you guys on the screen. Right now, you can go pick one up. Not have to spend a whole lot of dollars on it, or at least not as many dollars as you otherwise would have. So thank you, boy. Thank you to the cooking show, Cooking with Gas. And go pick one up if you're into the camping scene.
They're awesome, man.
What do you think? Would you cop?
Gotta get one. They're amazing. No ice. You don't have to fool with ice ever again.
Dude, that's my favorite part.
It doesn't drain. It doesn't take a lot of power to run. It seems, Power Station has, worked perfectly.
If you guys have a fridge like this and you've got a power station or a battery you're running it off of, I highly recommend that before you go camping, bring that thing inside, plug it into your wall, which, by the way, this thing has a wall outlet as well as a cigarette outlet. So you can keep it on while you're driving, slap it around.
As well as these incredible heavy-duty handles.
Spring handles.
Yes.
But I like to bring my fridge inside before I go camping and just plug it into the wall and let it get down to temperature. And then I bring it out to the truck, hook it up to the power station. That way I just save a little bit of battery. But honestly, it takes most of the power when it's cooling.
Yeah.
And then once it's down to, like right now, hit that bright button on there, and it is pulling 4 watts. That is next to nothing. We're going to toss this guacamole back in the fridge and let that cool down while we are on to the rest of our meal. So Evan's grabbing the chicken, and I am dicing up the last of our cilantro.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Trying to break my new fruit.
Note to self, don't slam the fridge door.
And we're doing the old food club taco seasoning.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's just
tough times.
You could say that.
You could say that.
One could definitely say tough times. So the plan here is to probably get this thing cooking with gas. I didn't get corn. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, dude.
I got flour tortillas because it's, like you said, times are tough. I'm just going to kind of dice up this chicken here. And no shame about it. We're just going to toss that in.
I'll take that knife from me if you don't mind.
Yep, let me scoop her on in there. And we're just going to get that on the cast iron. Let that do its thing. You notice that, guys, how I made Evan do the dirty work with the chicken? You could say it was planned.
Usually how it goes.
I'm going to take our tortillas out so they start to get up to room temp. I also got us some Mexican cheese.
Yeah.
This freaking fridge holds so much.
It really does. There's a good bit of space in there, actually. I was
right.
It's deep.
And here's the cool thing. Let's say my chicken leaked everywhere. You just take all the food out, give it the old wipe in there, drop the food back in like it's nothing. So I decided there were too many chefs in the kitchen. I kicked Evan over. He's gonna go make a fire for us to eat by, because there's 1,000,001 bugs out here, so I think having a fire will probably help. But our chicken is about, 80% cooked through. I'm gonna add a bit of water in there, And then we're gonna add.
Weird snack time.
Oh,
Let's try one.
oh, thank you. What is that?
It's a coconut crisp.
Oh,
Kind of weird, but
yeah. I was honestly expecting more like a bugle, not a coconut crisp. That's really good. Little bit of that poor man's taco seasoning. Should do us just fine. And I think that is gonna about do it for our chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stove there, let that just cook off for a minute. And doing it simple, guys. We got tortillas, some chicken, some cheese, some sour cream, some guacamole, some fresh cilantro and onion, and then topped with a little bit of lime juice. So we're gonna go crush these tacos and guac by the fire and catch up with you guys before bed.